Hello, this is Wayne from GSG coming to you loud and proud from Graygarden. And we want to thank you for logging into another episode of King of Kribs. Major and I are here to show off some of our handiwork. And the Graygarden outpost is dedicated to my son, who his nickname is Lilmajor. Means that my nickname was always Major, aka my trusty old companion dog meat, aka Major, in my wasteland adventures. Alright, but here at Graygarden, aka Little Major's Outpost, we are going to show off everything we have done here, and this is our entrance into Graygarden, and this is, kind of one of my little unique spots. You gotta cross through this little choke point right here, and past my guards and all of my turrets. You can see we have turrets guarding the entrance. We have turrets and more turrets. Shotgun turret up on the top. We have missile turrets, more conventional turrets. And let's see, let's bring up our build mode. And in the center of the screen there, you can see we have exactly a 200 defense. We got a modest amount of food and water here for our settlers here at Graygarden. And all of this combined with all of the other attributes we have here at our settlement gives our Graygarden companions a happiness of 71 and moving up, which is pretty nice here at Graygarden. We have our stalwart robots down here who work 24 hours a day keeping this garden going. And before we get into the meat and potatoes of Little Major's outpost, we are going to go ahead and take a little tour of the outside. And there you can see, get a good, nice little look at our choke point into our base. We got this stump, the old junk wall, and of course the junk car that we left there just to make it difficult for the raiders, who are pretty much the only people that have ever attacked us here, but they have yet to figure out how to get in, because around this little campfire, this place is usually littered with dead raider bodies, which makes it pretty easy to loot their corpses and then either scrap or modify their stuff to give it to our settlers. But we came across Graygarden. We were over here at Oberlin Station doing a kidnapping mission. And our Oberlin Station will also be featured in a future episode of King of Kribs. And that is our dedication to Mary Doyle from Bandicam Gaming. So you will get the opportunity to check out Mary's base. And you have, if you've watched the Wasteland Electrician series, you have already seen a little glimpse of it. But out here, outside of Little Major's outpost, you can see we just have a nice little functional concrete wall and some metal sheeting. And that just leads up to the main structure itself, where this is one of only two places that I actually built above the main building. We have the greenhouse here, which is something we can't really alter. So we went ahead and built our crew quarters above the greenhouse. And the only other place I have done that is at my Green Top Nursery, which is aka Red Monkey Outpost and Farm, and you will see that coming up in a future episode of the Wasteland Electrician as well. But back here you can see our nice little setup. We got our guard post with our artillery station in the middle of that. You can come around and get a nice little look at our columns and our setup for the main support truss for our upper area of our camp. And we just put a little metal sheeting right here to block this rear entrance into the camp. And inside here you can see we have pretty much added these two large generators, but other than that, the interior is pretty much exactly how we found it. Alright, and come around this way, it's just a continuation of our walled structure. And then back around to our main entrance. Now, you have seen a little sneak peek of this before when Major and I have sat out on our adventures. We have left on a couple of occasions from here at Graygarden, so you kind of had a little sneak peek of what the place looks like. Alright, but this is kind of what it looks like. Nice good little overview, and realistically we are using a very small footprint of this place because I can come way over here and still enter my build mode. So somewhere along this upper roadway is the actual end. So theoretically, I would imagine you could build all the way up here onto the top of this structure. And I say that because you can actually get into my base from right here. Not that a raider could successfully do that, because all of these turrets would just mince meat them up. But you can get from the roadway structure to here, and this is the rest of all of our large power generators. And then you can walk on the top of this all the way back to the back. But up here on this level, you can see we have more turrets, more missile turrets. And this is my first time actually ever using this metal structure. And it was kind of fun piecing all of this stuff together and then changing it over to the wood. And you can see all of our little inner workings of all of our electrical grid that is powering up all of our goodies, like this missile turret watching the upper railway. But in here you can see it's kind of set up like an airplane. We have 3 rows of beds in here, which is pretty funny. Oh, look at this. It must be breakfast time. I didn't hear the alarm clock, but apparently they did, because they are all getting up and going to work. Alright, Major, that was, we actually got pretty lucky to see that. But this row of beds over here is for all of the robots who work 24 hours a day, so they probably don't even have a way to lay down. But you have to provide a bed for them regardless, because they are considered one of your settlers. But up here at the tail end of the sleeping area, we have our little lounge, aka dining area, where our people can come over here and get them some food or beverage and kind of hang out and take a little bit of time off their feet. And here's our computer that pretty much manages all of our utilities here, our turrets, the big green sign out front. And from over here you can see this is our little cooking stove that our settler that mans the food and beverage station utilizes that to cook with. And you can come out here and see our nice little view we have of Core Vega and the surrounding area. Our settlers back here hard at work protecting not just Graygarden, but this whole area of the wasteland, because we have the ability to use this artillery. And you can see our settler manning the artillery and our other guard station over there. Alright, and we see some peeps that are up enjoying them cold beverage.
Yes?
Yeah? Huh?
Alright, and that's pretty much all of this area, Major. And over here, this is just, I put this here just in the event I have some sort of raider attack coming from this area. I would have a kind of upper vantage point to shoot from, and these walls do provide a small amount of cover as well. But over on this area, this is just a ramp that leads down to the lower structure. And I'm kind of waiting for this settler to make their way up the stairs. Yeah. Alright, and you can see all of our robotic friends down here hard at work, along with our other settlers who are down here maintaining the garden. And the Brahmin hanging out under the stairwell. And this is one of two of our little salvaging stations. The other one is right over here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you doing? I believe she is one of our scavengers who kind of keeps us looted up with little pieces and parts that we may need from time to time. Alright, that's pretty much it on this side of the outpost. But from over here, we have tons of munitions facing the front entrance. Like I said, we have this one missile turret kind of keeping an eye out in the event something comes down the railway over there. But 2 or 3 times, I believe, is all the raids we have ever had here, and they always happen down here from this railway. And that's why we had this missile turret over here watching this area. And we have a heavy laser turret, which is pretty much down there in the killing field. It pretty much takes care of basically any raider that wants to come this way. Alright, buddy, Mr. Cool Breeze, I believe this guy is our weapons merchant. And here you can see the nice pretty view we have from this little lookout point, which this is also an area I come up and shoot down at the raiders from when they are attacking us. Alright, and down here we have a little outdoor seated area. Back here where we have our armor and weapons merchants. And over tucked in this little corner of our area, we of course have our workshop and our nice little decking we have tried to put in this area to keep everything all good and smooth to walk on. But we have our armor workbench, our additional hard hats in the event we get some new settlers. Of course, our weapons workbench, where we utilize this area pretty heavy after each and every raid, so that we can either scrap or modify whatever these raiders happen to have on them to pretty much give to all of our settlers. As you can see, they are all very heavily armed, or armored. Most of them are heavily armed. Some of them still, for some reason, have some wasteland special pipe weapons, but like I said, on the inside it's pretty much just our run-of-the-mill, exactly how it was when we moved in.
I'm afraid I don't do autographs, darling.
Alright, well that's too bad, Supervisor White, because if you could write an autograph, I would sure love to have it on one of my wasteland comic books or magazines that I have. But I really wish we had the ability to build these things somewhere else, and for some reason I'm not able to plant stuff in them myself. But regardless, whether I had the ability to plant stuff in them or not, the robots and my few settlers that I have maintaining all of this keep us well supplied with food and water. Alright, now we pretty much have covered most of the base, but over here our weapons supplier He generally has some pretty good stuff, and I
Hi,
buy
how are you?
some good ammo from him. Or I say I buy ammo, I trade ammo from him. I trade ammo types that I don't use for the ammo types that I do use. But he does have a nice little assortment of weapons and equipment. And our armor merchant over here, this is where we pretty much sell all the stuff from the raiders that we don't want, like all of their bad clothes. But this is when you know you have a good weapon or armor merchant, when he's got some raider power armor for sale. You know he's pretty well stocked. But that is pretty much. I really started this entire YouTubing
Yes.
adventure out just kind of as a way. My son and I always played video games pretty regular, pretty much every weekend. And now he's all grown up and away serving in the Army, and he's stationed in Hawaii. But his 4-year term is just about up, so hopefully he will move back to where we can get in some more good gaming fun. But I started the whole YouTubing out just as a way that he could kind of remind himself of being around the house and just kind of listening to me and all of my goofy things that I happen to say while I'm playing video games. But that's how this whole thing started, with playing State of Decay, and then later on moving here into Fallout 4 and the Wasteland Electrician series. Alright, but now we have done, in the King of Kribs series, we have done the GSG headquarters, we have done Cutie Pie's castle, and now we have done Lilmajor's Graygarden. And featured in the next episode will be the Lucas, aka Abernathy Farms, as a tribute to Lucas. And then after that, we're going to have us a tribute to Red Monkey, who are two of my biggest supporters on YouTube and Twitter that kind of help me spread the word about my channel. So those are my first two non-family member tribute bases that will be coming up. And some of you folks out there that are some of my super followers, who just started out as followers and fans, but now I feel that we are more than just followers or fans of each other's work, but you guys are also, I regard you as my friends as well. And I don't know if we've ever been to this place, Major. I don't remember, because when we came into Graygarden, we actually came around down by the river and across that railway down there, and actually went to Oberlin Farms to take care of a kidnapping, and that's led to the building up of the Oberlin Station, aka Mary's Farm, and then came Graygarden. So I don't believe we have actually ever walked this railroad track. But we're kind of just... what is that? I see something over here. Alright, well, that looks like something good for the barbecue pit down at Graygarden. Alright, is there any other creepy stuff down here? Oh yeah, we gonna eat good tonight. And just like I thought, apparently I have never been over here. Alright, what else we got in here? Anything good? Nothing good. Look at this, man. You never know what you're gonna find around in the wasteland. This is right on top of our homestead. And apparently Oh, this creepy monkey. I hate these creepy monkeys. Every time I hear one of them things, it makes me think I've set off a trap or something. Alright, nothing else to see here apparently. Just a creepy monkey. We got over here, ooh, some radiation. Oh yeah, we can take all that stuff. We're gonna bring that down to our fine folks down at Graygarden. Ooh, look at this. More stuff for the barbecue pit. Look at that, Major. We definitely gonna be eating good tonight. I'm gonna blow one of his legs off. Oh yeah, that's gonna be some good old barbecue there, Major. Alright, and we're just kind of wanting to give you a good little kind of bird's eye view of what it looks like. And Major and I don't think we've been to any of these areas, so we will look at this area, I guess, in the near future. I bet this place has some ghouls around it. I see one. Yep, sure enough. Whether we've ever been this way or not, Major, I don't think we have. But you see them barrels? The ghouls are pretty much always hanging out somewhere where there's radiation, so I almost guarantee you this place has got some radiation. And they also have a radio, it sounds like. You see another ghoul? You see another creepy ghoul over here, Major? Look, man, even this far away we're getting radiated. Alright, well there may or may not be something inside of that place. But we will put on our hazmat suit. I believe Major has my hazmat suit. So, okay, okay, so apparently we have been here before. I think I remember this place, Major. We saw some mole rats over here, I believe it was. Ooh, they got a nice little armor workbench. Yeah, I do remember being at that spot before because we killed some mole rats. Alright, I just had apparently never been to that building or this place. But we'll hazmat suit that up and check that out in the future. But right now, we're going to come down here back to Little Major's Graygarden. And accompanying this video, like I said, we have only been raided here 2, maybe 3 times. And pretty much I had little to do with the defense because all of my defense pretty much chewed the raiders up. But you guys stay tuned. At the end of this video, we will have a little short montage of some raiders attempting to attack Graygarden. So until the next time, the very next episode will be the Lucas, aka Abernathy Farms. So until the next episode of King of Kribs, you folks remember to have fun, be safe, and don't forget to reload. We will see you soon. Thanks for watching.
That's what you want! Find him!
Dang, even the robots is running outside. Oh, you're flanked, pal. You're done.
Ain't personal. That it?
Too many friendlies. Good job there, boys and girls. Well, looks like our defenses here at Graygarden are pretty extensive. These people never even made it close to getting in. Look at this, boy. Y'all came in force. Not a bad little haul for just a couple of bullets fired. That's a good job there, Major. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 of them, roughly. Good job, peeps. Looks like my choke point did a pretty good job. Alright, so let's distribute the loot and go about our business.